because this drives me nuts.
How does my hair look?
Looks fine. You have a hat on.
Should I go hatless?
No.
No? You really don't like my hair, do you?
God damn it.
What?
I swear to God. All right.
This is what it's like being with a woman. Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You really don't like my hair?
Is this recording right now?
Yeah.
Good. You're fucking ass.
Because that's what you say. You're like, do you like my hair? I'm like, yeah, it looks good. Oh, so it just looks good. It doesn't look great. You know what? Never mind. I don't even know why I ask. What am I doing with this?
When you put this clip in later,
I'm not going to put this in.
No, I think you should. This should be one of our short clips. When you put it in, can you put like bombs going off in my eyes?
You're overestimating my ability to edit things.
Look, take this and hook it inside of this. Ready? I'm going to open it.
Don't
hook that very last chain in there. Nothing irritates me more than the extra in a bracelet. Thank Jesus.
Well then.
Oh, you like that I threw that in there?
Sure.
I hate that damn thing. Do you know I always hit it at the worst time when like it's extremely quiet in the house? You know I hit it one morning at 2:30 in the morning.
I did not know.
It was in your office as I walked through to come to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I hit it and I just stood there and went like waiting for everybody to wake up, but no one woke up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are you ready to start the show?
I'll just shut the fuck up.
You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. So it just looks good. Okay. All right. Welcome to, this is episode 50. Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. That's a 5 followed by a 0.
50?
50 episodes. This is our 1 year anniversary. Our first
was our first episode
Cinco de Mayo.
So that would be Monday.
Well, yeah, but it was like this weekend.
Okay.
It was the weekend before.
Are we going to cheers?
We can, yeah. One
Wait,
year.
You have to look me in the eyes. We're going to have bad sex for a year.
That's
I
not
don't
a thing.
Like bad sex.
I don't like that. That's not a thing. Oh my God. I'm just exhausted.
I'm just saying. Nobody likes bad sex.
Anyway.
I guess any sex is good sex, but nobody likes bad sex.
There's a dog toy under there. I was kicking. I wanted to make sure it wasn't one of the dogs before I kicked it. So, yeah. So 1 year. We started last year on Cinco de Mayo. You know, that's how easy.
I have a whole 100 and... How many followers?
I don't know. Something. So, you know, we just need to multiply that by 10.
Still haven't gotten to the hot chip challenge.
Yeah. We did not do the hot chip challenge.
Nope. That has now expired.
We were like at episode like 6, and we're like, if you guys can get us like 250, like we'll knock Sam will eat one of those hot chips. Just never happened.
So that, by the way, challenge has expired.
Yeah. It was gonna be funny, but you know, we're having some margs, doing some Spanish drinks.
We had tacos tonight too. So listen, we're old. Okay, so Cinco de Mayo celebration is the weekend. It's not Monday. We're old. We have kids. We don't celebrate it. We're still going to drink beer Monday night, but we're not going to go hard on tequila and whatnot. So
yeah, Tuesday hangover in the office. A tequila hangover in the office at 40 sounds like a terrible thing that I would not be interested in participating in. I feel like I couldn't
close the door to my office because people would smell me.
Oh my God.
Tequila just does something different to people.
I'll say this, it is a different buzz. Like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, and most alcohol does this.
It's an emotional buzz.
Not for me. I mean, like, I
it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of alcohols that get like that with you. You get a little, but, I get a little bit more energetic with tequila. Beer is makes me sleepy, you know?
So what's going to happen with all this tequila?
I don't know. I guess.
You took like 2 shots earlier.
Well, they were like Sam shots, so not...
Oh my God, are we going to talk about Sam shots?
I can explain...
COVID.
Let me explain this.
And I used to be a bartender. I'm so sorry.
So we have, just normal shot glasses, like a 2-ounce shot glass. And this was few years ago, I guess.
During COVID.
And Sam...
2020.
I forget how it came up, but Sam basically was pouring... I think somebody was over, and you poured them like a half shot, and they were like, what the hell is this? And you're like, oh, it's a shot. And we got into the discussion. Sam was under the impression that a shot glass, that a full shot to the top was a double, and that a half shot of the shot glass was a normal shot. So we started calling them Sam shots or Cody shots, because we got into this realization that Sam, anytime we had ever been doing shots of anything, Sam was doing half shots, or I was doing full shots.
Which is why I was never drunk.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how she drinks so much. I mean, Jesus, we had 8 shots, or whatever. But it's like, it's 4. Where I'm over there like, I gotta go lay down. I don't feel so good. But we discovered that, and I was like, that makes a lot more sense. Now she does Cody shots, and they hit a little bit.
Shit pops off.
Yeah. She gets a little bit ratchet.
Well, I love you too.
That's okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I wanted to bring this up because this has been all over my social media. I don't know if you've seen this.
My muscles?
No. It's this thing that's been going around. It's if you think 100 men in a fight could beat up, or I'm assuming it's kill, one gorilla.
I feel like, is it a silverback?
Yeah, like one of those big, like legit gorillas.
Legit motherfuckers.
Yeah, not a monkey. It's not a chimpanzee. It's a silverback.
It's like one of those
600-pound killing machine.
Do you remember that movie that from the 90s with the silverbacks where they go to get the gold and they end up in a cave of silverbacks? Do you remember that movie? We need to find it. Remember we were talking about 90 movies last night?
I do not remember.
That's one we can watch. I feel like the silverback gorilla will win.
That's my thought. I've seen this is all over social media. I really thought you were going to say, yeah, I've seen that, but I don't understand.
Oh, look at you cleaning all the trash out of your room.
We're doing a podcast here, sweetie.
I know, but I have to call him out.
Why? Why did you acknowledge it?
Just
keep talking.
Just leave him on the counter. He was in the shower when we started, so he didn't know.
Y'all can still talk. You're not going to swim back your
All right. So who won? What was social media's outtake?
Most people, there's a lot of guys that think that the 100 men can win.
100 muscle men can take on a silverback.
I don't know how you would kill a gorilla. Like how? I mean, there's no weapons, so you're not gonna punch a gorilla to death. Like it's not gonna happen. So my
you're not gonna put it in a sleeper hold.
Thought was like, could you put it in a sleeper hold? But even then, I don't think you could put a gorilla because it's so big. I don't even know. Like, could you even get your arm?
And he's flexible. He would flip his feet up. Like he would.
I don't see how you would even be. That was my only thought is if somebody could get it in a chokehold like that. Then maybe you would have a chance.
With no weapons,
but
my money's on the gorilla.
Even then, I don't see how you could kill it other than leaving it in the chokehold for like 5 minutes. Now, I'll say this. If it's 100 regular individuals, I say no chance. But if it's like 100
UFC
professional, MMA guys, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they'd have a better chance because if you had a couple of them get its legs and then you had 2, but just 100 regular dudes like me and Bob from my office, it's like, we could, no shot at all. There's no way. Mm-mm. So, I just thought it was
that's a weird thing that's been on your algorithm.
It's all over. Like I've seen it. I see it constantly.
Did you lint roll this?
I lint rolled the front. That's all he sees.
Okay. Did you show the audience what your shirt says?
Yeah, it says surviving fatherhood one beer at a time. So Sam bought it for me. And hers says one hell of a mother, feral moms club. Because we have two wild children.
If anyone on here has small children and you've watched Big City Greens on Disney, Cricket, that's our youngest. Or Good Dinosaur. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Good Dinosaur?
The little feral.
He's Spot.
That's
our 5-year-old.
Did you
about
want me
to be 6-year-old.
Did you want me to talk about your thing? Or did you want to talk about it?
You can talk about it, I don't care.
So Sam...
At 12:30 in the morning.
Sam sent me this, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
No.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so this week, there's a new awakening in the house. I wake up every single day since last Saturday at 12:30. Between 12:30 and 12:35, I am waking up. No idea. I fall asleep. He's like, you're the most tired person ever. I fall asleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
The only thing I'll say this is, the only thing I can think is that you fall asleep too early, but even then...
It's only 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So if you fall asleep at 9...
Most people are supposed to fall asleep at 9.
It's only been 3 hours, but it's so weird to me that your body is like at 12 o'clock. Like half the time I'm up to like 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
So it's been like an hour since I've been asleep, and Sam's like, all right, well, let's get the day started. Like, what are we...
You guys want to go run a few miles? But I know I shouldn't get up, because if I do, then I'm fucked for the rest of the day. So I lay there. A couple mornings, I got on my phone. A couple mornings, I didn't. And just lay there and lay there and lay there. I'm like, if I just keep my eyes closed, I'll eventually fall back asleep. And I do. And then the alarm goes off, and I get up, and I operate just fine. He can't figure it out. He's like, how are you full of energy at 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Well, we've talked about this before, and the whole ghost scenario, but the
youngest has been sick this week, so I wake up, and then within about 15 minutes, he wakes up.
And I thought it's weird, because I had one night, and this I thought was weird. I woke up the other night and was like awake, and I try not to look at my phone, because if I wake up in the middle of the night and I look at my phone, it doesn't matter what time it says, I get instant anxiety, because I'm like, oh my god, I have to go back to sleep. Because unless it's 6 a.m. or something, and you're
I've given up on that anxiety.
I don't look at my phone, because if it says 2 or if it says 12 or it says 4, either way I'm like, oh god, I have to get some sleep, and it stresses me out more. But I had one the other night where I woke up and was laying there. It was this week or last week, and I was laying there, and I think I even got on my phone and was just like, because it had been 30 minutes, I was trying to fall back asleep, and then he woke up. Like, I was on my phone for about 5 minutes, and then I heard him wake up, because he hasn't been feeling good.
It's like we're supposed to be awake in preparation of him.
Well, we talked about this in an earlier episode way back, but we were talking about how it may be that potentially, like, some people are, like, meant to be the night shift, like from primitive times, where back in the day, I mean, people would go to sleep, you go to sleep at 6, and then you'd wake up at midnight, and you would relieve, and I'm talking about like caveman type of primitive days, and you would take over and have second watch from midnight to the sun coming up to protect the tribe or, village or whatever from animals and invaders and things like that.
So I think ever since we've had the ducks, I've been waking up.
So you think it's the ducks' fault?
I think I'm protective over the ducks. I think deep down, my primitive, I'm supposed to protect the farm.
You're like a sheepdog. Maybe you were a sheepdog in a past life.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it is. That's why you like getting your head scratched so much.
Am I back?
Yeah, because you're a sheepdog. And that would match your energy. That makes so much sense.
It matched my energy. What is that supposed to mean?
That makes sense. And then that's why you wake up in the middle of the night, because you're protecting the flock. Reincarnation has been confirmed here on
episode... Holy shit, did we just have a breakthrough?
Episode 50, we've confirmed reincarnation
what else
is a real thing.
Makes me a sheepdog?
I mean, you like getting your belly rubbed, you like getting scratched behind the ears. You like playing in water.
I do. I love playing. I like.
You like car rides?
I don't like car rides. I like playing in water, not deep water. Like, I'm not like a swimming dog. I just want to.
You like running? Sheepdogs like running?
I do.
You like treats?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna start calling you Lassie.
No.
Spot.
All right, we got to figure out what dog it is on Bluey. That's a sheepdog.
All right.
You can call me that. But it's entirely weird.
Yeah. Well,
Can you say a prayer over me and Bodhi tonight?
Sure. I got you. Okay. We were having this thing where, like, for a while, like, if I said a prayer,
Bodhi slept through the night.
Yeah. And it was kind of like just some of the podcast stuff I listened to were like these, and it's kind of creepy, but like where kids experience, because he always says he has a nightmare. So
like, how do you have a nightmare at 5? Like, you
don't watch anything scary, so I don't know what you'd be scared of. But like, there was a couple podcasts I listened to where they were talking about, is it actually a nightmare or are they experiencing something? So, I started saying, and that was some of the things podcast was talking about is, saying a prayer to, ward off evil spirits or whatever, and I'm like, I grew up in Catholic school, so went to church a lot when I was a kid. We don't go as much now other than, Christmas, but I'm still, I'll say religious, I still...
You still pray?
Yeah,
I pray. I took communion and went to Catholic church.
I'm just I'm not a big believer on waking the whole family up to get to church at 8:30 in the morning when everyone worked hard all week and went to school. I think family time is I think you can practice the ideas of religion and being a good person and all that without going and sitting in a church that makes millions of dollars off of people donating money. That's my take on it. But, saying a prayer seems to have worked.
Yeah, because it did. He slept in his bed for numerous nights. But after that,
we got a lot of stuff to cover here. We're drifting.
Go.
So this was something Sam had sent me. This is about a power outage that happened in Spain and Portugal. It was a Monday the 28th. And it said it left several million people without power for multiple hours, so several hours. And it says here, we just Googled it just a little while ago because it says...
Because when you went on, because I found it like on my feed in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh shit, let me check this out. Went to CNN, nothing.
Yeah. So...
Nothing was on CNN. By the way, I guess I'm a Republican, and I occasionally... watch CNN or go to CNN's website. They had nothing on it. Nothing.
Well, it says that they're investigating it still.
Yeah.
So they really don't know.
They said it was a solar thing. If you read further down,
it says there was a sudden drop in power generation, possibly from solar plants in southwestern Spain, triggered the outage. Well, this happened in the middle of the night. Like the videos I saw, it was all
during the day. It was weird.
No, it was dark.
Oh,
the couple of videos I saw was nighttime. So unless it rolled over, it says
12:33 p.m. It said for several hours. So they're like 5 o'clock could have been dark.
It happened at 12:30. Yeah.
So like several hours would be like 4
So I guess it was still at night, but
yeah.
That's weird. I mean, typically like the solar plants and stuff are storing energy. That's not like feeding, because if you have an overcast day, you can't just have the whole city go down.
But if you had but you can cyber attack solar plants.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so they're investigating it, but it was a very, I don't know so it causes chaos, I guess, if it's some kind of terrorist attack.
So not that long ago, back in July or August of last year, we had something similar where all of our airplanes were grounded. No one could leave.
I don't remember that.
You remember?
No.
Oh, come on.
In America?
Yes.
I don't remember that. What was it?
We got hacked. It was a minor hack.
Oh, okay.
But there was like a bank or there was something that got hacked and it took down all of the airplanes because the reason why I know this is because my company was hosting a meeting and everybody who was flying in got canceled and no one could show up for the meeting. That's the only reason why I remember it. And then we talked about it in our meeting because so many companies lost so much money because they're not protected by cyber hacking.
I don't know. That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like, because like we've said this before, and this is to me the most scary scenario for everyone. Is it's not that there's a plague, it's not that zombie outbreak would be terrifying. But the scariest thing that could happen would be for a country to lose power and then not be able to restore it. Okay. Do you know, when did Bob Dylan die?
I don't know, like 1978.
So how old do you think he was?
I don't know, 60, 70?
What? 60 or 70? In 78?
I don't know when Bob Dylan was born.
How did Bob Dylan die?
Overdose?
Okay. What if I told you, and this is going to blow my mind, or blew my mind, Bob Dylan's still alive.
Oh.
I thought Bob Dylan died in his 20s of an overdose. So I don't know if this is Mandela effect, but I Googled after watching that Bob Dylan movie. He's still alive. He makes music still and tours and shit.
Where the fuck does he tour?
I don't know. I was like, are you fucking joking?
All right. Seriously, this simulation life is getting old.
Is that not like...
I can't keep up with what's real and what's not,
guys.
Come on.
I thought Bob Dylan was part of the 27 Club. You know, all the, like Janis Joplin, Cobain, Jimi Hendrix.
They literally go out of their way to remake fucking Bob Dylan. No one remakes anybody's songs that are still alive.
I thought that he died. He's still alive. He's still just... singing more. I
thought you were bringing light to this conversation. This just like took me down the rabbit hole of like
the simulation stuff or the Mandela effect.
The simulation, like
I want to ask this and I know people have seen the movie and probably looked it up recently, but before that, did people think Bob Dylan was still alive?
I always thought he was dead.
I haven't heard any Bob Dylan song outside of anything from the late 60s. And apparently he still makes new music. And like I Googled it.
Music?
I was like, what? So like Bob Dylan's been rolling around and making music for 30, 40. He's like what?
Who's the guy that runs Apple right now?
I don't know. Steve Jobs did and he died.
Yeah, that fucker's dead.
I don't know who it is now.
Whoever the fuck is running Apple, I know you're running us. We're on a fucking simulation. Let us go. Just
unplug us. Here's a good question.
Oh my god!
Listen, if you were, this is like Matrix style. If you were in a simulation right now, and they could turn you off, but everything goes black, would you want to?
What do you mean it goes black? So I just live in black?
No, you're just gone. They just turn you off. So you have this simulation, or they turn you off.
Can the boys come with me?
No, it goes black. You're just off. You're in a computer game and somebody just hit the power button.
Just make the simulation easier and more knowing.
We would like you to change it to an easy setting.
Please put us back to easy. This immediate experience bullshit we're done with.
Yeah, it's very hard.
We've done it for 20 years.
We're on like veteran level and it's hard.
We're done. It's been 20 years. We're done. How does Trump say? I'm done.
Does he say
that? Fired.
Does he say that?
You're fired.
It's one of the greatest simulations. It's been a great simulation. We're going to turn it off now. All right.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I did have...
Is it really a thing?
What? That he's alive?
No. The simulation.
I could have sworn he was dead. And I know, but I've listened to Bob Dylan music. However, I haven't followed him, but I just assumed it'd be like if you told me, like, "Hey, no, Jimi Hendrix is still alive."
Is that why people go buy? Is that why people go buy Ferraris and then crash them? Are they hoping that it's just a simulation? They don't have to pay for it later.
I don't know. I don't know. Do people do that?
I mean,
I wouldn't crash a Ferrari if I bought it.
Paul Walker did.
He was riding in somebody else's car. He was a passenger. That's a crappy thing. He wouldn't even drive it.
God, this whole thing.
I did want to bring something else up, but I'm terrified this is going to rile you up even more. Okay?
Let's go.
I'm so scared.
This is the anniversary episode.
I'm not going to bring up the thing I researched. I'm going to save for next week.
No, go ahead. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
No.
I'll be quiet.
This is not the mood to bring it up.
Here, look. No. Look, I'll hold muffin.
I got something else we can talk about.
Do you want to go get a duck? I can hold a duck.
I don't. No.
We sold the ducks. I'm pretty sure the duck poisoned the 5-year-old.
One thing at a time. I don't want to talk about the thing I researched. We'll save it for next week. I do want to talk about this, but I want you to be calm. Okay? Okay? As you know, I've been watching a new television show this week. What was I watching earlier? Do you remember? Do you know what it is?
Just.
Do you remember what it was?
Just
when I was working?
Just do it.
Do you remember?
It's a show about Sasquatch that they never fucking see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's all I needed. That's all. You don't have to talk anymore. Okay. So I watched. I got into these. I watched Finding Bigfoot and I think the other one's Adventure.
You found a fucking tree. You found a tree.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Adventure Bigfoot. Hang on. I got to look it up.
Oh, don't get me started.
Bigfoot?
Should I go put a child to bed or walk a duck?
Nope, you're okay.
Should I go check my ducks?
Here we go. Expedition Bigfoot. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So, all right. I watched these almost laughing. Mm-hmm. These people, they go into an area, okay? And the Finding Bigfoot, I only made it through the first season. I was like, I can't deal with it anymore. They go into a town, okay, and they call like people to like a bar or a city hall or whatever it is, and bring them in, and then they're like, "Has anyone seen Bigfoot? Do you have stories?" They get all their stories and everything, right? And then they map out where they saw them, okay? So then they go out to where these people saw them, and then they try to recreate it. They got this one big tall dude, and they're like, all right, go stand over there. That's about where they saw him. And they're like, is that the height that he was? And it's never the same height. He's like, no, it's like 8 foot tall and like 700 pounds. So then they go out in the woods at night.
8 foot tall, 700 pounds.
But listen, they go out into
He'd fall over.
They go out into the woods at night, and then they do Bigfoot calls. Okay.
Like,
no, it's not like that. It's like these howlers. Oh. Yeah. And they do it, and these guys are super serious about it. So they're so locked in, and then something will do it back, and I'm like, it's hard.
That's your best friend Benny. You promised a 12-pack.
I'm struggling for that not to be a producer over there in the bushes doing that back, or it to be added back in.
Cody, I got an idea.
It happens every episode. There's a response. So I'm like, so you guys are just in the most densely packed Bigfoot areas of all time.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Next weekend, let's go hunting for Bigfoot. We'll
Okay.
make a video for the podcast.
For the pod?
For the pod. We'll go live.
It's going to be the close encounters of the Bigfoot kind.
We'll go find Bigfoot in Florida. Mark my words. I got this. Okay?
I don't know why you winked at me, but okay. Thank you. If that's some kind of signal about you loving me, then I love you too.
I was just...
Okay. All right. So, the second show, I got to talk about this real quick. The second show, they go out, and this is the funniest thing, is every time they don't do the Bigfoot calls, okay? But they go out.
They do the heat sensors?
They leave them out there for like 3 weeks. The Expedition Bigfoot. They leave them out there, yes, 3 weeks. They have like thermal cameras and all this stuff. And they're like, what's that?
A bear.
It's a deer or it's a bear or whatever it is, okay? And then they have like, they'll be out there in the woods and they're like, did you hear that? I heard a branch break. I'm like, at the beginning of the episode, they literally talk about how many deer, turkeys, raccoons, bears are in this area. And I'm like, you guys are in the woods at night and you hear something moving. It's probably a deer or a bear or something.
Oh my God, can we get our own
I'm just like, How is this a show?
How do we get our own Netflix? How do we get paid for a Netflix? Because I feel like I can go hunt for a fucking
and they're all in
watch my backyard better. Than
it's like Blair Witch, and they're all in night vision, and it's like they're like, did you hear that? So I just heard something break over here. I'm like, you're in the woods. There's a bunch of animals. You literally just talked about how many animals are in the woods.
I would literally take a week's vacation to go to the Carolinas where they have Bigfoot sightings and go camp out there and have GoPro. And I would go buy all the equipment. If Netflix would sponsor me, I would go do it because I would actually go where Bigfoot has been spotted.
They're all out in the...
And go in the deep of it. I wouldn't just go off the highway.
No, they're in like the expedition one. They're in the middle of just deep forest. But the funny thing is that they just don't ever find anything. And I like the first season went through, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
There's a reason.
And then the second season, so I'm like, they made a second season of this? Oh, how did they get this approved? Because nothing happened.
See, we're missing on so much money. Listen, by the way, the reason why Bigfoot is what he is because he's fucking clever.
All right, I wanted to bring that up.
He's real.
So here's the thing. So they're out in the woods, okay? So they're looking at a thermal camera, right? So it's pitch black out there. And all you see is the glow of it on their face. I'm like, you're not really hidden. That screen's pretty lit up. Okay? So it's, what I'm talking. So it's like a full, like it's a camera, but the screen is like an iPhone. So this thing is just like, it's like a flash. It's like a flashlight, like, just straight up, just glaring into their faces. And I'm like, and then they're like, it's so funny. They're walking.
Oh my God! It went away.
Wait, listen. They're being really quiet. They're like, all right, let's just hunker down, be real quiet. We're just gonna sit right here. And then all of a sudden you hear something break, and they go, did you hear that? And I'm like, you should probably shut the fuck up. Maybe you should be quiet. And they're like, I'm gonna walk over there and see. I'm like, you should probably just be still. You have a thermal camera. Just hold the camera and shut up. But it's for the show. Like, you have to dramatize it. Like, I think it's up that hill. I think we should go up that hill. And it's just, the acting and all is so bad. I'm just like, how in the world? I'm curious. I gotta look it up.
Do you want to start tracking Bigfoot?
I don't.
We can get our own. But maybe we can get our own Netflix. Hey, Netflix, you want a show?
How many seasons?
That goes in.
Oh my God. There are six seasons of this.
And they never find them. You know what I call that? Numb nuts.
Oh my God, there's 6 seasons of it.
Like, if you can't find the egg and Easter egg hunt, you're a fucking numb nut.
I don't understand. It's like the Oak Island where they find a button. I told you this week. I said, it's like Oak Island. Okay, don't. I don't want to get you worked up.
Don't.
They're like, a nail from the 1800s? How is this possible? I'm like, they're settlers. There were people settled there. People were in America in the 1800s. It's
I will punch a hole through the wall because of those numb nuts in Oak Island. I literally hate all of them.
But that's how this Bigfoot show is. And it's so funny because all the stories are like, it's like some redneck, he's like, so me and my buddies, we's on these 4-wheelers, we's coming down this trail, we's just straight romping on just blah, 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 blah. And then my buddy Jerry stops, and he's like, what the hell's that? And it's Bigfoot. And these people are out in the woods for 3 weeks with thermal shit and can't find a fucking thing. And I'm like, but redneck Tommy and his buddy spot one drinking beers and riding 4-wheelers.
How do you not have Amazon as an app?
That's not a thing.
It is.
I go to the website. Are you shopping? Are we doing the podcast? What are we doing? I guess we'll just wait. Okay. What are we doing here?
Don't you worry about it.
Please give me my phone back. You're not ordering things on my phone. Please don't log into my Amazon and order things.
Oh, by the way, those of you listening, next Sunday, it's Mother's Day.
And Father's Day.
Nope.
Father's Day because I made her a mother. So we celebrate both of us on the same day.
When's the last time you got punched in the nuts?
Let's wrap it up.
All
We'll talk
right.
about it next week. I got some good stuff for next week. We'll see you guys then. Later.